Welcome to Guzzler.
Hello and welcome to the Guzzler podcast. Today we are going to be talking again about some more Ig Nobel Prizes. It doesn't feel like that long ago since we last did this, I'll be honest.
It doesn't.
But it was 3 months.
But I imagine it 3 months.
It was like a lot of episodes.
That's quite a long while.
Yeah, it was about like 14 episodes or something crazy. It's a good one for us to do before we get back together, because it feels like an online one.
Yeah. So I imagine we've got another news episode coming up then.
If we haven't skipped it already, to be honest.
Yeah, this is a long while since
which we probably
have.
have.
Another one of them soon. Yeah.
Did you enjoy the last Ig Nobel Prize one? You a big fan?
I did.
No, I hated
thought it was interesting.
Yeah, I got that vibe, Declan.
Yeah.
I get that every week. Yeah, they are mental, aren't they? I feel like I was going through some more. Obviously, I was going through some more earlier because otherwise we shouldn't be here. And honestly, I think we could do an entire podcast just on this. We could do hundreds of episodes because there's so many and they're all hilarious. There's none of them are like bad. They're all really good. But I'm going to start with.
So for anyone who hasn't heard our first one, what is an Ig Nobel Prize?
That is a good point. So it's. I mean, I assume everyone knows what a Nobel Prize is, but an Ig Nobel Prize is like it's like a parody of the Nobel Prize. So it's given to, but it's not. It's meant to be given to like kind of ridiculous things, but they're also kind of meant to make you think. Okay, so like you might look at it immediately and be like, "Oh, it's ridiculous." Then you'd think about it a bit and maybe start to think, "Oh, I can kind of see how that's interesting or useful." Maybe.
But they give awards for anything now, don't they? Like go back 3 years and GQ gave Tony Blair Man of the Year. He'd been out of office for 10 years.
Yeah.
Man of the Year.
That's fair enough.
Guzzler podcast.
So that's led me quite nice into my first like sort of fact thing. So I was reading a little bit more about it today, and the guy who runs it says that they receive about 10,000 nominations a year.
Really?
Do you nominate yourself or do you get nominated?
Here you go. He said they receive about 10,000 nominations a year, and about 10 to 20% of them are self-nominations. But he also said that self-nominations never win, because he hates it's meant to be research that someone thought would be valuable or they personally believed was valuable. He hates the idea that someone's done a bit of research just to win an Ig Nobel Prize.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't like that, basically. So all of the ones that have been awarded were genuine pieces of research in one way or another.
Okay.
Which I think the reason I've started with that is because it really adds to the ridiculousness of it, because you know that these people were serious.
Are really trying.
Yeah, exactly. But the first one is actually not a scientific paper. It's actually an invention, but it was by a scientist. She's got a PhD. It's called the emergency bra. And as normal, like we did with the last episode, if people didn't see it, I'm going to give you like the invention or the title of the paper, and I want you to tell me what you think this is. So what is the emergency bra?
Is it that the hat that dispenses beer? It kind of provides support, doesn't it, to a fella who just needs a pint?
It's not that.
Guessing.
But I like
when your bra breaks and you can sort of just like a bit like the Iron Man costume. She just puts it on and just sort of wraps around. You know, get those bracelets that you slap on your wrist.
But like,
and they wrap round. I imagine it's like that. You slap it around. And
if they'd invented a bra though that you could just slap on, surely all bras should be like that, really. Not just the one in your bag for emergency.
But this one feels like it's an emergency, doesn't it? It feels like quick.
Slap it on.
Is it not the bra that's the emergency? Does the bra provide assistance in an emergency? Is it like an airbag or something like that?
It's not an airbag, but you're getting close.
Is it like a Swiss Army knife?
In the bra? No.
Just two knives stick out the nipples.
Yeah.
It's to do with an emergency. It has a usage in some way.
Is
it a life jacket?
No. I'll give you a clue. It won in 2009, but it would be very useful nowadays or over the last year and a bit.
Something to do with COVID then? Well, not something to do with COVID.
Yeah.
But like, is it a mask? Does it go up to be like a face mask?
It does. It becomes two face masks.
Oh.
It comes apart.
Yeah, I've seen that. Of course,
It becomes a face mask for you and a friend.
Because you instead of breathing in the virus, you just breathe in underboob sweat.
Yeah. I mean, it's made for I don't know, gas warfare or something. I honestly have no idea. The website says, the emergency bra is a personal protective garment that transforms into 2 face masks in case of an emergency or where standard personal protective equipment is not readily available. It's also one sexy piece of lingerie.
So I kept seeing loads of tweets last year in the first lockdown. It was just saying, well, it said this phrase, and I imagine this must have been this inventor's sort of slogan for this product. It just said, protect the city, free the titty. So I imagine that you're literally freeing the titty and you're protecting the city because you're putting the mask on your face. I say mask, you're putting the bra on your face.
I don't think it's a bad idea necessarily. They interviewed the lady who invented it, and she just said, risk is never zero. It cannot be neglected. It has to be managed. You have to be prepared at all times, at any place and at any moment. And practically every woman wears a bra. And she's not wrong.
Hell. Is she Swiss?
It's very dramatic though, wasn't it? She's very...
Do you think men have brought this just because they are so worried about the fact they need to be protected at all times? They're just men who have got it in their pocket or even wearing it just in case they need to like...
They could just carry a mask.
That would be embarrassing walking into a shop, wouldn't it? Can I have a bra, please?
Or he walks into a shop and he goes, "You need a bra? You need a mask on, mate." And he goes, "Oh, sorry," just unclips his bra.
Whip out a tit.
Yeah.
I like it for the humour. I might buy one. The website...
I think it's quite an interesting idea.
The website also says it can be quickly and easily converted into 2 face masks without removing any clothes, unless you want to, which is nice.
How's it become the mask? Does it just unclip it, or how's it do it?
Well, they've already got straps, haven't they? So I assume you just shrink them.
Yeah, and some bras unstrap at the front anyway, don't they? Between the cups.
Okay, yeah.
So I imagine it's just like that. I'm not an expert on bras, I'll be honest. They're normally on my bedroom floor, so. I'm such a lad. lads. Yeah. Any other...
You mean because of your size, you always just take them off, yeah? Yeah, you always just
I got massive tits.
That's what you mean.
Yeah,
that's what you mean.
Massive, humongous breasts.
Sorry to unlad you then.
I was trying to play it off like a...
Yeah, I took the lad out of your grasp. Yeah.
Thanks, mate. I really appreciate that actually, because at least I had a lot of masculinity to give up. So thanks for that. I got loads to spare. We're moving on.
Yeah.
Right. This also isn't an Ig Nobel Prize. This is the
emergency boxer shorts.
This is the actual prize for the Ig Nobel Prize, right? For the first annual Ig Nobel Prize had a weird prize that they gave to the winner. What do you think it was?
An egg. Just a hard boiled.
What does the Nobel Prize look like?
An overcooked hard boiled egg.
Good question. Isn't it like a trophy?
Was it a breast?
It wasn't. It was, what, like an actual breast, like a chicken breast?
No, just a boob.
No, it was not a boob.
I know that
not a bad
since
prize,
the first one.
The Nobel Prize is a coin, I think. It looks like a coin.
Oh, right. The prize, though, ever since the first one has just been an emergency bra, hasn't it? You win and you just get handed an emergency bra.
You just get given 2 face masks and you get to make one yourself.
Yeah, that's
you get 2 face masks and a bit of string, and it's just build yourself a kit.
It's an emergency bra from IKEA.
Yeah, flat pack one. Is it like an apple core, like a golden apple core?
No, why?
Because that's what Apple is like, the idea of intelligence and smart, and I thought just the core is like...
It's very strange.
Looks like a bit...
Like, really strange.
Yo-yo?
Is it...
If you got it right, I'd be impressed.
Is it a statue of a deer?
No. But I like how weird these guesses are.
Alpaca.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of how strange they are.
What if it's just like...
toasty.
Is it like a live bear?
That would be a good prize. I'd be tempted to do some weird research. No, it's not a food. It's something you might have around your house. Like in your bathroom, probably.
A toilet brush?
No.
A toilet?
A
whole ceramic...
On the wall.
A whole... A deer's head.
Penis.
You got a deer's head on your bathroom wall?
Is it a mirror?
It is.
Look at yourself.
It's actually a hand mirror, but I wanted you to get that.
You disgusting.
But that's not the. That's not. I was gonna say that's not the weird part. That is already weird, right?
Is it someone else's face in the mirror when you look at it?
That would be very strange, but that would be quite cool.
There's just the witch from Snow White staring back at you.
It's a hand mirror, but it contained an audio chip, so whenever it was picked up, it screamed.
That's good.
That's strange. Like I said, if you got that, I'd be amazed.
That's amazing. Imagine if our first guess was just, is it like sort of like a hand mirror which like screams at you? Yes, exactly that.
When they handed them out, was it just screaming? Just like, come collect your prize.
Can we edit this and guess it properly? Me and Louis can say it in sync.
Then I'll be depressed.
Is it a hand mirror that screams at you?
I would have been very sad if you got it right. I'll be honest.
I'd edit Alfie to say, no, it's a deer head.
Yeah, like the one on my bathroom wall.
Yeah.
Really good guess, Declan.
Well, it sits up there with the stuffed rats and shit, don't it?
Yeah. You mean stuffed rats and shit, not like you're shitting on your bathroom walls?
Yeah.
Oh,
Where else would you put the shit?
Oh, right.
Toilet, sink.
I ain't got either.
Yeah, they're probably already in the bathroom, yeah.
Or the bath. There's that stat, isn't there, where what percentage
40%.
of it was?
40%.
Oh, yeah.
Of people admit to pooing in the shower. That's ridiculous.
I don't need to stop.
That can't be true. Again, I still think people... I know we've had this conversation before in it, but I think people just lied. Because I would just lie if someone came up to me and said...
But it's the same statistic as 40% of people wee in the ocean, and 40% of people wee in the shower. 40% of people take a shite in the shower. And I'm like, they're very different levels. Like, being in the ocean and going for a wee or weeing in the shower isn't like so bad, but like just taking a crap in the shower. That is like a next level.
Weeing in the shower is fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, but the same statistic do it.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it?
But that also means I don't know. It's the same 40%. Like, there's some of the 40%
There's an overlap.
who will crap in the shower going, I'm not going to wee. No.
Yeah, I was just say I like the idea of someone who'll happily defecate in the shower.
Yeah.
But they refuse to urinate. No way, mate.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm not an animal.
Yeah.
Right. So we're moving on to actual Ig Nobel prizes now. And I'm going to give you the titles of the papers, and I've picked tricky ones. I want you to tell me what you thought the study was. Okay. So
Nice.
This first one, again, if you get this, I'll be impressed because I've read it. I don't understand the title, and I know what it's about. I've read the paper. I don't understand the paper. I knew what the paper was about. So it's called Shear Stress Mediated Refolding of Proteins from Aggregates and Inclusion Bodies.
What?
Is that people were given a list of letters and they had to try and come up with words?
Wait, can you say it again?
Right. Shear stress mediated refolding of proteins from aggregates and inclusion bodies.
Yeah, I ain't got a clue.
No idea. I wouldn't even where to.
There's not even anything to guess, is there?
Is it something
No,
about
exactly.
breaking down enzymes? I ain't got a clue. That's
No,
as far as I know.
it's to do with reshaping proteins within something for a sort of purpose, but it's very strange. I'll tell you what it is, right? It's actually, I think it's kind of cool, but it is, no idea why they did it. What they managed to do... Yeah, they managed to, basically, they use shear stress to refold proteins using aggregates and inclusion bodies, actually, which is kind of cool, isn't it?
Oh, I know what you mean now.
They
Right,
partially
now you've
unboiled an
explained
egg.
it.
They
did what?
partially unboiled an egg. That's what they did. I like the silence. They boiled an egg and then they managed to slightly unboil it.
What? Because they want to fry it instead? How do you slightly do it? Is just
Yeah.
what?
So
Let's go cold.
So they use mechanical stress. They use like actual force to reshape some of the proteins that had changed in cooking.
So
back
they
to
shook
how
it?
they were before cooking.
So they shook it really fast.
Yeah.
But they only done it slightly.
But they could only change. I think some of the proteins could have been changed back to their shape, but not all of the things that had happened in cooking could be changed.
The thing about this is, this actually does. If this worked well, it actually would be a very good scientific discovery, right?
Yeah, but like,
Would you need an egg unboiling machine in your house?
Yeah.
No, but the fact that they could do it for science.
Because how often do you accidentally boil
Mate,
an egg?
I can't describe to you the amount of times I've boiled an egg and gone, shit, need to fry that.
But I'd argue that it is a good discovery for science if they could do it like more than just slightly.
Honestly,
I don't actually.
I
don't need to know about gravity. It's here.
I've actually done it that many times. If you give me a penny for every time I've accidentally boiled an egg instead of frying it, I'd have about a penny.
I got a nice vision of Deck just really sadly popping a boiled egg into his mouth, just sobbing,
Yeah,
because he has to.
No, I did
Should've
fry
fried
10
it.
egg whites yesterday though.
What'd you do with the yolks?
Sink.
Jesus Christ! And a chicken died for that.
I didn't, so I don't give a shit.
Fair enough.
No, wait,
Usually
no,
vegan, ladies and gentlemen.
no, they didn't
This
die.
time
No
last year
one
is
died.
vegan.
What do you mean?
No one died for that.
Every 10 eggs, they wring the chicken's neck.
Oh,
Did you not know that?
no.
It's a fun fact.
But not in Fenland farms, where it's every 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
brilliant.
don't get as much usage out of them. Can't count.
Yeah.
They ain't got enough fingers. Can't count to 10.
Yeah.
They only got 4 fingers, so you get 4 eggs.
They've got enough. They've got enough fingers. They're all just stuck together and webbed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So 4
They've got
really
12
fat
fingers,
fingers.
but
1, 2.
But it just
3,
goes
4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
12 fingers, but all stuck together.
Yeah.
So it's 4 finger lumps
It's
worth
because
of eggs.
they've got 8 thumbs.
Nice.
Yeah.
So interestingly, this one, the method again. I've read the paper. I have no idea. I don't understand it at all. But the method has actually managed to be used for some shit to do with graphene. It's actually very commercially usable. It's actually used a lot now. It's actually been useful, which is strange. Again, I can't tell you more than that because I didn't understand it. But
So, when it went from boiled to slightly unboiled,
yeah.
how did it change? Because if they applied a lot of pressure, did they actually just scramble it instead? Did it just become a mess?
So
No, they didn't like.
Did the white become liquid again? Did the yolk become liquid again?
Again, I don't understand the paper because the whole thing is written like that title, which makes no freaking sense at all.
Maybe they just rolled it. They just rolled out a rolling pin and went, it looks like a fried egg now.
I've read a very brief summary that said they unboiled an egg, and then I've relayed
think
that
that's-
to you.
That is quite good. I'm impressed with that, but I'm unimpressed by the slightly.
Yeah.
Right, I've just read. There's a thing here that says how to unboil an egg. Okay, it says step
It just
1.
says the title again.
Step 1. Guess what step 1 is?
Boil an egg.
Yes,
Stress.
correct.
Induce stress through the median of a aggregate.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah.
Step 1's boil the egg. Step 2 is add some water and urea. I
What?
wouldn't really want urea. Literally is chemical found in urine, but that's fine. And then it says spin it really, really fast, and that's the end of the article. That's all it says. It says boil an egg, add water and urea, and spin it real quick.
Wait, so they're making graphene out of urea?
No, I think that the machine that unboiled the egg has been used with graphene, so there's nothing to do with
Right.
eggs anymore. But the machine. Is
I'm
now
actually gonna
used
go
with
at this.
graphene. I
Look-
don't think you could spin it fast enough.
Louis just wants to
I'm
piss in
pretty
something
quick.
other than a toilet.
What would
Yeah.
be your method of spinning?
Just on his feet.
Like, how are you spinning the egg? How are you
Just
spinning
Put it
an
in a
egg like that?
glass and just put it in a glass like this.
And, like,
then
swish
just-
it round?
Yeah.
I was thinking, like...
Or
Yeah.
you get a paddling pool and you put it in there and you make the tidal.
Oh, and you
Bring a
run
little
round
paddling
real
pool.
quick. But is that
Yeah,
spinning
yeah,
the egg,
just-
or is the egg just in a current?
You spin it as well, so it's in the current and it's spinning. So it's like a planet in orbit.
I'd tape it to a Beyblade.
Ah, nice.
But that's mostly just for cool factor.
I'd tape it to a baby.
Why are you
Spin the
spinning
baby.
babies?
Hobby.
Because it's the only human you can get in a washing machine.
Oh no!
Everyone else is too big.
Washing
Well,
machine.
you
There you
put it
go.
on just put the egg on the waltzers at the fair and just you get back to it and go, oh, it's raw again.
Strap it in. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd argue it's not worth it if every time you accidentally boil an egg, you got to go find a fair. It's not really worth it, is it?
This week on Fair Hunters.
Yeah.
Right, I'm moving on from the egg, I'll be honest. So, the next paper, this one you can actually guess. And by guess, I mean you'll know immediately what it's about. This one's called Law of Urination. All mammals empty their bladders over the same duration.
It's just to do with how often you go for a wee, right?
Not how often.
How long?
Yeah. How long the urination lasts.
Oh, I actually wasn't. I was going to say. I was going to reword how often.
No. All mammals
How long
empty
it
their
lasts?
bladders over the same duration. So how long you urinate for? How long do you think they found that all mammals urinate for?
About 20 seconds.
Between 0 to 20 seconds. Yeah.
21 seconds is what they found. Plus or minus 13 seconds. Oh, I love these papers. It's so stupid. Yeah.
But surely someone can wee for like 2 seconds, or does it have to be?
Who's having a 7
30?
second piss? How unhydrated do you have to
No,
be?
but that would be
Yeah,
a different. That could be a different animal. It could be. It's all mammals.
Yeah, but like
isn't
it depends. Like if I go for a wee and then I go for another wee straight after, I'm still going to probably let out some urine, but it might last 3 seconds.
Yeah. Maybe I haven't read the paper. Maybe one of the one of the things was a full bladder, maybe.
Right.
But which makes the paper
Right.
kind of pointless. But I'd argue it's pointless anyway. And it's only mammals above 3 kilograms.
Yeah, because they just haven't got enough urine inside. They're not big enough to hold enough urine.
So the thing is that
so it's rats to elephants, right?
that rats don't count because
They're not-
rats can urinate in a fraction of a second.
Do they just open a hole and, like, like planes when they dump water over forest fires?
Yeah.
Well, there's actually a lot of talk of length of urethras and the scaling of the urethras. It's a very interesting paper. I recommend it. Bedtime reading.
But okay, so does that mean that no matter how full your bladder is, you can't urinate for longer than 34 seconds?
No.
I want you to try it, Louis. I think this is your life's mission now. You've got to try and have a piss longer than 34 seconds.
Maybe
I'll
according
put
to
it
this
on Instagram this
paper, but we know that's false.
And yeah, but is that like full blast in it, or is that like a controlled piss? Because you can you can increase the pressure, right?
I can't.
You haven't got
is-
Louis. You haven't got a pelvic floor.
Exactly.
The thing I find weirdest about this is they didn't even watch animals piss. They did like a high-speed model of
just
fluid
smell it?
dynamics.
Right.
So they didn't actually just in my head they should get an elephant and watch it urinate.
They felt guilty, so they just listened.
Yeah, avert your eyes.
Just hold them over a toilet and just wait until they couldn't hear it in the water anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet they did hold an elephant over a toilet. Yeah.
Crane.
Yeah, I don't really get the point of this one. I'll be honest. They try to justify it and they talk about, I don't know what they talk about. They chat shit basically. I think they're just into urine.
This is
Maybe they
I find
really
it
like
very
being
strange.
being pissed on, and they were trying to find which animal would give
Yeah.
them the best,
Golden shower.
urine for their buck. Yeah. How
I
long
think
they
this is
could
really
actually-
strange because it's like it will be 21 seconds, or it could be 7, and actually sometimes it could be 34,
I'm going to
and
time
every number in
this.
between.
My next piss, which is going to come up pretty much once we finish here, so I'm going to time it.
See how long it is. I'm interested. It's going to be between 7 and whatever it is, isn't it? Let's be
34
honest. It's
seconds,
quite a
yeah.
big range, and that's a long 34 seconds is a long time to take urinating.
I'm gonna do it for 36 and break a world record.
I don't know if that is a world record. I'll be honest.
Do you think that when someone got the world record and it was like 50 seconds, they were just their whole thing was just debunked? It was just like, oh, well, we're not scientists anymore.
Yeah, but
We're false.
that's an anomaly in it, so it wouldn't count towards.
No, because this paper it will be 21 seconds plus or minus 13.
I mean, I think
will be.
I think the paper's fine, but I think their conclusion is ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? I think to say all mammals empty their bladders over the same duration is not a fair statement to make from their data. at all.
Yeah.
You alright, Louis?
Yes, I am alright.
You urinating?
Yeah,
Timing it?
he's
Yeah, I'm
pissed in
urinating. I'm about to just get my timer out. Yeah.
Right. Alright, we're moving on. Did you enjoy that one?
No.
Okay,
because
good. Right, this next one is, and remember, tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. This is such a good example of how pretentious science papers titles are. They're just ridiculous. This one's called "Walking Like Dinosaurs." Chickens with artificial tails provide clues about non-avian theropod locomotion.
Right.
So this is.
It's how chickens with prosthetics walk, so trying to give them an idea about how dinosaurs did it.
Pretty much. You're pretty much right. Basically, I haven't got much
about
information on this
non-avian,
one.
but yet they're using an avian animal to see.
Yeah, but the non-avians in reference to the dinosaurs,
Right.
which are obviously reptiles. So basically, what they did was, and I haven't got much information on this one, so it might be a very brief discussion. They whacked big old fat rods on chickens' asses,
Right.
and then they found out that they walked like
they
we
make it
think
stick?
dinosaurs walked. They sort of like attached it to their tail. There's some pictures in the paper actually.
I'm assuming this is like.
They look pretty hefty.
I'm assuming it's like T-Rexes, not like Stegosauruses. Like.
Yeah. That's the what did it say in the paper? Theropod or whatever, locomotion,
Oh.
blah blah blah. But like basically what they found was, it says in the abstract, they found that adding a big old weight to a chicken's backside makes them walk a bit more squatted. I mean, yeah. That's because it's freaking struggling to
Add
walk,
one
mate.
to me,
It's got
yeah.
a massive weight on its back. I could have told you that.
They won an award for it.
I also like the fact that they say the chickens walked like we think dinosaurs might have walked.
Yeah, so it's not
brilliant.
like they put a weight and some legs on a chicken and went, blimey, we've made a dinosaur.
But like, we haven't got a clue how dinosaurs look. Like, how are we meant to know how they walk? Just behave. Leave it. It's in the past. Forget it. Don't worry.
That's what I mean.
They're not coming
seems
back.
pointless.
So relax, chill. They're not going to attack us, so you ain't got to work out a defence strategy comparing how they walk.
This one's actually a thing we've spoke about before, and we finally have an answer. So, like with this, I'd say this is one of our top sort of 5 conversations that comes up at the pub. The title is "Estimation of the total saliva volume produced per day by a 5-year-old child." So I know we often talk about how much saliva we think children of different ages would produce. I know that's come up a few times.
Now I've got an answer.
Only for 5-year-olds though.
So this is. I wonder if it did. Wait, does it differ? Do you think?
Why do they need to know this?
Does it differ between each age?
I actually don't know. I don't even know. And they didn't do different ages. I don't know why they need to know it. I don't know anything.
So
I just know how much saliva they estimated.
Did the researchers just kind of like 5-year-olds, so they just want to get them all in a room?
I think the researcher was 5.
Yeah.
Based
How
off
do
of
they-
this paper, it would make sense.
How
did they
did
find
they
out?
test it? A kiss?
How do they find it out?
So, I can tell you, they got 15
Was this done by the
5-year-olds
Catholic Church?
and 15 female 5-year-olds, okay? And they had to assume their parents.
It's a very small sample size.
They had to record for 2 days how long they were awake, how long they were eating meals or snacks for, and how long they were sleeping for.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And then they had estimations, I don't know where they got these from, based off of like how much saliva they produce per minute doing those things. So there's a different amount of saliva produced for eating, a different amount produced while sleeping, and a different amount produced just sort of while awake and being alive. And then they just times it all together and added it all up.
That's the worst way ever.
But they said that if the child was asleep, the child was producing no saliva. And I don't know if that's true. Surely, like, drooling in your sleep is a very famous thing, right?
Yeah, it is, yeah. And sometimes I'll wake up because I've got my mouth open and I gulp.
Yeah.
You've got a problem. I've never done that in my life.
What they should have done is they should have laid them down for 24 hours with their mouth open and just let all the saliva just drip into a bucket. And then measured it.
Oh, well, like on a horror movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Not all saliva drips out your mouth, though, does it?
It would be
A lot of
if you
it's
did
just
this.
there.
No, it would be. I haven't got an Ig Nobel Prize, but I've got a Nobel Prize actually. So yeah, it'd be that. I feel that would be easier than going. Oh, how long did you wait for? Then you ate for that long. Oh, okay, cool. You had this much of saliva because I could then work out that.
You think it's easier than
More
just asking
accurate.
someone to
Sorry,
record when
not
they're
easy,
asleep?
more
You think it's
accurate.
easier to suspend them over a bucket with their mouth open?
No, more accurate, I should say. Because if not, I could just work that out.
It would definitely be more accurate.
If
I'm
I
not
said to
disputing
you,
that.
just how long was you awake for? When did you eat? And I just went to you, oh, 4 litres. And you're like, what? And I go, that was clearly how much saliva you had in your mouth that day. You had 4 litres. How'd you work that out?
That's
well,
a
you was
lot.
awake.
That's
for
a
this long.
lot of saliva.
I almost said 4 gallons. So we're lucky I said 4 litres.
How much saliva do you think a 5-year-old produces in a day then?
Like 800
Based
mil?
off of this incredibly inaccurate estimation. So 800 mil from deck.
Actually, 600 mil. That's a
I was
lot.
going to say half a
600
litre, so
mil.
500 mil. I was going to say, yeah.
500 mil.
500 mil.
Exactly right.
Hmm.
Correct.
Is it? Does it go up in age then? So 6 is 600 mil. 7 is.
Yeah.
When you
That
rate,
means we're producing a lot.
when you're 80, you just
Be-
spill it
dribbling
out.
constantly, yeah.
I would very much believe my nan produces 40 litres of saliva a day, mate. You should see her. She's absolutely drenched.
That's why they all have wet laps.
She
Your
is
nan
just
is only
bloody
40 years
hell.
old.
You what? No, because it's half a litre, isn't it?
Oh, so she's
Oh,
80.
I forgot the system. Yeah, no, that's.
Yeah,
I
that's
did that right.
You did that. I
didn't
did that wrong. I was like, your nan's only 40.
Yeah, yeah. Because it's half a litre, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's
yeah.
80. She's not actually 80. I'm just getting. All old people are the same to me. Basically, they're all on the verge of death, and their age is irrelevant. Right, nice. So there you go. I know we've thought about that a lot. There's your answer. I've got a couple more, so let's crack on. Wait, how many more have I got? I've got 3 more. So you'll be able to get this one. This one's easy. This is called validation of a functional pielocele. You know that word better than me. Renal model for the evaluation of renal calculi passage while riding a roller coaster.
Is
There's
that
something for you to cling on to at the end there.
is it?
It's just trying to work out the front bit.
Is it how close are people to shitting themselves on a roller coaster?
I actually was actually
No,
going to say something similar to that.
But you're kind of close.
Is it how you tense
not far
your
off.
ass that much?
No, you're further. It is to do with something passing through you.
Is
on
it
a
how
roller
much you almost
coaster.
going to wet yourself then?
No.
Yeah, how quick your digestive system works when you're on a roller coaster?
It is kind of to do with urination, but something else that could pass.
Is
through
it
your
hormones?
urethra. No.
Nitrogen?
What else can pass through the urethra if you've got
Blood.
a certain illness or something wrong with you? Or
Blood.
No. Your dad's had it.
AIDS. Like
it's
kidney
the-
stones or
the-
gallstones.
Kidney stones, yeah, correct.
Oh,
Basically, they wanted
please.
to know if riding a roller coaster would help people pass kidney stones. Which is strange,
That is
right?
crazy. Imagine like we're sitting there and Deck, you got kidney stones, and I go, you know what's really good for kidney stones? A day out on town.
Thorpe Park!
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would 100% just sound like I'm mugging you off and I just want to go out for a day.
You can help him even more than that because they found where you should sit on the roller coaster.
I assume this is
On
like
the,
a, like
on
an
the
actual...
track, by the sounds of it.
Well, yeah, sure.
I assume it's like Nemesis though, right? And not like the teacups.
Maybe
I mean, I'd assume so.
in the
yeah.
middle?
No,
Is it the back?
At the
back row?
Or the front?
here's the back.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
because
Apparently sitting.
it's because when you go over if you go over the first dip, I suppose, if you're at the front, you go quite slowly down, but if you're at the back, you're getting flicked over. So
I've no idea, mate. But I didn't understand this paper. I think this is what it said. It makes it can help a little bit, ish. You're better off at the back. It's not really going to make much difference, but it can help a bit. I wouldn't try it, to be honest.
So-
But I also wouldn't want to pass them. I'd want that thing where they like.
yeah,
So
go up.
do roller coasters help passing kidney stones?
A little bit.
But is it like you've got kidney stone, you go on the roller coaster, you get off the roller coaster, and you're there holding your kidney stone. Or is it like you
See, that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You get off the roller coaster and you go, I need to nip to the toilet now. It's here.
Or is
I
it
was
like,
interested
is
in
it
that,
sustained use, so you have to go on the same one again and again and again
Yeah.
and again, and then it slowly keeps pushing it down and down?
I'll send you a link to the paper, boys, because you can read it. I couldn't be bothered.
That's pretty
I read
nice.
the abstract, which is all you can read on papers, really, to be honest.
Yeah, unless you want to pay for it.
Abstract and conclusions, that's all you need. Right, here's one for Declan. It's
Oh, God.
called The Scent of the Fly.
Right.
That's what it's called.
It's how flies
Why
smell?
me?
You'll find out why you, but it is you.
Is it to do with how much alcohol they drink, or how much fermented fruit or something?
No, but you're close. It is to do with alcohol.
Is it how much shit they eat?
A very specific alcohol. I've just said it's to do with alcohol.
Wine.
It is to do with wine. That's why I said it's one for Declan.
Right.
The Scent of the Fly. What do you think they found?
How much wine they drink?
No. It's not to do with the flies drinking wine.
How much? The more wine you drink, the more flies are attracted to you.
No, but that would be sick.
Yeah.
If that was a thing that happened. If I'd argue you could easily win an Ig Nobel Prize if you found that wine consumption leads to fly attraction, because that's quite cool.
Mosquitoes are more attracted to people who drink like champagne, aren't they? Because they've got like high sugar content in the blood.
I think that makes
Because they're
sense. That's
classy.
quite cool.
Mosquitoes are classy.
Yeah. That is quite cool, though.
Is it to do with like the colour of the wine?
No. It's to do with the scent of the wine. That's why it's called the scent of the fly.
Yeah, I was thinking like that the flies were smelling. That's what I thought. The sweeter the... No, I don't know.
I'll tell you. I'll put you out your misery. They found that wine experts, which are called...
Sommeliers.
They found that they could, if you blindfolded them and you gave them two wines, they could tell which one had a single fruit fly in it.
Ah, right.
What?
Could they?
Yeah. Yeah, they could. That's what they found. They found that they could tell one single fruit fly was in the wine. But it had to be a female. Fruit fly, not sommelier.
Could they touch the glass?
No, just scent.
Wow.
Oh.
Just scent.
So the same
Yeah.
wine, and you got to say which one's got the fruit fly in it.
Which one's got a fruit fly in it. And they could tell every single time which one had the fruit fly in it.
That is actually amazing.
That's
actually
really quite
impressive.
good.
It's not bad,
Because-
is it? I
That's
quite like that
really good.
one.
Did
But
you
why did they
did you
come
know
up with
that? Did you know that the sommelier's test to become like a master sommelier is one of the hardest tests in the world?
Yeah,
I've
always
heard
felt
that. That's
before,
because
yeah.
it's bollocks.
It's got something like a stupidly high fail rate.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Imagine failing the exam, but going, yeah, but I was 100% on finding fruit flies.
Yeah, but to be fair, reading the paper, it becomes less impressive because it kind of sounds like the fruit fly just smells like shit. It just smells terrible, and then you just think, well, of course they could tell because it smells awful. Do you know what I mean?
So what you're telling me is that if I had two glasses that were empty but one had a fruit fly in it, I'd probably be able to tell.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, 110%.
It's suddenly less
So
impressive.
it becomes
now.
less impressive, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Because when I first read it, I was like, that's really cool, and I was like, no, not really.
yeah, good point.
Especially when their job's to smell wine.
Yeah,
Like-
if you go into two empty rooms, one's got 4 pigs in it, and the other one is just empty. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Right, let's do my last one real quick, and then we can wrap up, which is pretty good timing. So this is a really short one, but I thought it was quite funny. So this was the Ig Nobel Prize for Economics. which
Right.
is another,
Who won it? Do I know him?
The Italian government. Have you heard of them?
No.
Wow. Okay.
I really like the fact you asked that question. That was a good one to ask.
Yeah.
They won it because they included in their GDP report.
Yeah.
They included the revenue from illegal drug sales, prostitution, and smuggling because they wanted to meet the EU
Yeah.
mandate.
Oh, that's quite good actually.
Wow.
I like that.
That is mental, though,
That's
isn't
impressive, yeah.
Yeah,
they
but
just
to be
included anything they could think of.
yeah, but to be fair, that's probably significantly more realistic than all of the other countries, because that's actually what's the economic
True.
monetary value that's actually being produced in the country.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I don't think
That's
you're wrong
weird.
at all.
Surely they got disqualified for that. Surely that was taken out, right?
I mean, you
But-
can't get disqualified
but
from
there's-
the EU.
No,
But
but like-
yeah.
You'd think they were looking for the paper and go, well, they've messed up here. We'll just rub
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So these Ig Nobel Prizes, can you get them for literature?
I actually don't know. I think they kind of just decide what they want and then make up the prize. I don't think
Right.
there's like a standard prize every year. Other than like physics and stuff, which I think is every year.
I like the idea
Oh,
of
look it up, mate.
someone thinking they wrote like a really good book and just getting Ig Nobel Prize, like Tolkien.
People have won it before. Here you go. The Ig
Oh.
Nobel Prize for Literature. But like I said, it's not every year. So this person won it for... This is just a complete random one. This person won it for the 948 scientific papers they published between 1981 and 1990. They averaged more than one every 3.9 days.
Wow.
To me, that's incredible.
That
Isn't
is,
it?
yeah.
I don't even... I assume that they won the prize because the papers were trash and they were just
Yeah.
smashing them out. But there you go. There's a random literature one for you.
All right, nice. Enjoyed that.
Cool. Legendary. Sick. What are you drinking, boys?
Well, me and you up here, we're drinking a coconut and tonka bean milk stout from the Garden Brewery. Now, we've got a lot of Garden Brewery beers.
I've drank all of them.
Have you really? This is my first one that I've...
Apart from one, actually. I've got one left.
It's my first one that I've drunk, actually, so far. Yeah, with vanilla and cacao on a 9 malt stout base.
Stout base. It's got so many words on the
It
front,
sounds
hasn't it? It's
crazy,
ridiculous.
doesn't it? It does actually sound crazy.
Like all the Garden Brewery ones, we can't read any of the stuff
No.
because it's all in Croatian.
Yeah.
It came in our Croatia box. It's a Croatian brewery.
We've had a lot of Garden Brewery ones over the last 18 months. We've had quite a lot.
We have had quite a few, and I think they're quite a consistently good brewery.
I think they're good. 5.5%. So the taste, I felt like it tasted quite watered down though. I really liked it. I will say I really liked it, but I felt like it tasted.
I'm surprised. When we got this one, I thought it'd be absolutely insane. It's a coconut and tonka bean milk stout, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be absolutely mental. It sounds mental, but it's a very standard stout. Like, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. I really liked it.
I do think it tasted a little bit milky. There was sort of this like I don't mean watered down as in watered down. It tasted like I think
It does definitely taste a
It
bit.
does taste
It's got
a bit
good
milky.
flavour. I really like it.
if I
like
closed
it.
my eyes and you gave it to me, I think it would taste quite milky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
I
good.
really like
I'm
it.
a big fan.
of that, yeah.
Yeah, solid stout. Declan?
This week I am drinking something by Chasseur et Fil. It's called Duration Sec. Now, I got this from Aldi. I don't know why. Oh, it's because it was meant to taste like apricot and peach. The description reads, an expressive dry white wine with a fantastic balance of texture, fruitiness, pleasant acidity and mineral notes. On the palate, aromas of white flowers, acecia, peach and apricot meet zesty mandarin notes and a hint of acecia, again, honey, leading to an elegant, lingering finish, stored in a cool dark place. To be fair, if you smell it, the top note is just alcohol. It's very, very pungent, and you can't smell a lot of fruit.
Does it taste like the fruit?
It's very, very heavy in terms of taste. It's dry, but really heavy, which is odd, because normally it's not a pairing that goes together. You normally get dry and soft. So it's a unique wine, and yeah, I enjoyed it. It's all right if you want to try it, but I wouldn't put it in my top 10, but I wouldn't not recommend it. So give it a go.
Right.
I was really thought like,
That's fair.
in my top 3, like, in my top 260, you might as well say.
Right, nice, awesome. Who's next week, boys?
It's me next
have no
week.
idea.
I think I'm going to do
Yep.
some funny news. I haven't done that in a little while, and I've got plenty of time to make some. So not make some. I'm gonna go out in the world and make some real funny news stories and just hope they get in the papers.
Right, it has to get in the paper.
It has to get in the paper. Yeah.
You can't just do something and bring it. It has to be in the
It has to
paper.
be in the paper. Yeah. So keep your eye out this
Right,
week.
that's the rule.
But yeah, that's the plan.
All right, nice.
Yeah,
Sick.
yeah.
One of these days, you should try and do something that gets in the paper. Something ridiculous.
Maybe it'll be.
Because you ain't got to do anything that mental.
No.
You ain't got to like.
Jump off a cliff.
Maybe it'll go full
Yeah, but you-
circle, and I'll get an article in the paper about a young man living in this town who's doing a podcast about funny news, which gets in the paper, and now I've got in the paper.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's very meta.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. I like
You
that a
should
lot.
star on Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this Guzzler podcast.